This video contains spoilers for the first act of Silksong. Click away now or continue at your own risk. Picture this. You've made your way through Lower Farloom, rang the 5 bells, climbed up through the blasted steps, and finally reached the Citadel. Then this happens. Then you respawn and see where you are. Oh no. The run back to the Last Judge boss fight has seen some criticism online for its sheer length and the difficulty of the platforming involved. Many players have expressed their frustration on taking damage to the enemies here, or failing the platforming, making the run back even longer, and starting you with less health for the boss fight. And this is understandable. On the first run, it took me probably a couple of minutes to make it through this screen. And when you multiply that by dying over and over and over to this boss, you can quickly see how running through this area every single time would become a frustration. But where did the concept of the boss run back even come from? Well, most players will have first encountered it in the series where it also gained its infamy, Dark Souls. Again, here, boss runbacks were criticised for adding nothing except wasting the player's time. But come 2022 and the release of Elden Ring, developer FromSoft introduced Stakes of Marika, allowing you to respawn directly before the boss and finally killing off the boss runback in these games. So why, in 2025, has Team Cherry decided to stick with the boss runback? Well, there is the old argument of the boss runback serving as a breather between attempts. And, as one Reddit user has argued, the runback here also serves a narrative and thematic purpose. Quote, "The entire game up to Last Judge has been about the grueling climb to the Citadel. Not only that, you notice which NPC is at the bench you respawn at every time you die to the boss. Sherma, the woman who's done nothing but talk about how easy the climb has been so far. So clearly, we're not being judged worthy for one reason or another." I also have to admit that after the initial frustration with the runback, I started to enjoy the experience of gaining mastery over this little chunk of the game, almost like a miniature speedrun. For example, once I discovered you can sprint straight under this fly, jump over the other enemies, climb up this left path, or float directly to the second bell at this section, my several minutes was reduced down to under 40 seconds, while at the same time giving me a sense of mastery. So, what do you think? Do boss runbacks still have a place in modern game design, or should have Team Cherry introduced their own version of the Stake of Marika in Silksong? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.